Hi guys, I'm Tiffany Dunham, author of The 8th Pawn and Swat the Fly. You can check out my books at 𝐻𝐵𝐻pawn.com. Today I wanted to tell you about my favorite top 4 children's books about sports. So over the summer I checked out a stack, literally this high if not higher, of children's books all about sports: volleyball, basketball, tennis, baseball, soccer, football, you name it. If I could find it, I checked it out. I read them all to my kids along with other books too, and I came up with 3 books from the library and one that we already owned that are my top 4 favorites about sports. So here they are, in no particular order. Max Explains Everything, Soccer Expert. This is about a little boy who is super distracted. Oh, real quick, it's written by Stacy, McAnulty, illustrated by Deborah, Hocking. So he's a super distracted little boy who is playing soccer. And in the beginning, he starts out, I know a lot about soccer, which is maybe not so true. He explains all the things he knows about soccer as he goes through the motions of going to his game, but he's, like I said, very distracted, so everyone else is warming up, which he says you have to warm up, but meanwhile, he's doing somersaults and twirls, and he talks about how you huddle and the coach, and so here's a good one where the ball is bouncing over him. He's playing with dandelions and his mom's over there, kick the ball, Max! So throughout the book, she's kind of shouting, get the ball, Max! At him. And kids laugh. It's pretty humorous. Just adorable. Comedic book that'll give your kids little info about soccer as well. Next one, written by Justin Tuck, Home Field Advantage, and illustrated by Leonardo Rodriguez. This is a cute book about Justin when he was a little boy. He had 5 sisters and 1 brother, and his 5 sisters apparently tormented him a little bit. This story is about one particular instance where the twins, that were a little older than him, convinced him that he needed a haircut and they would give it to him and he'd look so handsome. Only they did a terrible job. They mangled him and, so the book isn't that much about football, except in the end he talks about how as he got older and toughened up, it became harder and harder to push him around. So, and he's a, NFL player. So that's a cute one for maybe just the tiniest info about football without really teaching anything, maybe to spark interest in your kids. Dream Big, this one's by Deloris Jordan, Michael Jordan's mom. Illustrated by Barry Root. This is a story which is great about working hard to achieve your dreams rather than just dreaming. So Dolores writes how, Michael's mom always made sure that homework came first and schoolwork came first before Michael could play, but also that he shouldn't just be a dreamer, because dreaming is for dreamers, and to actually accomplish something you have to do. So that's what this is all about. If you have a kid that really loves a sport and maybe they aren't paying attention to their schoolwork, or maybe you just have a kid who thinks Michael Jordan was great. I don't know. It's a good read. A little bit longer in some spots, but still a really nice story. Mentions the Olympics and stuff in here too, because that was his ultimate goal, to play for the Olympics. Last one, Sydney Plays Softball. This one's great for girls. The other ones are all about boys, as you could see. This is a great sports book for girls. This one was independently published, so you may not be able to find it in your library. If you can't, you can go to your library website and request that they carry it. The author, Steve Brown, and the illustrator, Lau Frank, I'm sure would appreciate to see this in more libraries, and then you get to read it for free. If you don't want to do all that, you can just buy a copy. Anyway, this one explains quite a bit, actually, about softball and how it's played. But it also is a great story about a dad and his daughter and how he teaches her to play softball, and they practice together before she joins a team. And then it talks about the team and the things they do in their first game, which, they actually end up winning, which is awesome. So she wins her first game. So it's a cute one to check out too. If you want to know more about this one, I have a review separately just for it. I like to do that with independently published books sometimes. So anyway, those are my top 4 real quick. Sydney Plays Softball by Steve Brown. Dream Big by Deloris Jordan. Home Field Advantage by Justin Tuck. and Max Explains Everything, Soccer Expert by Stacy McAnulty. Check those out. And if you have a book, or you know about a book that is a children's book written somehow about sports, on a sport topic, I would love to know what book it is if you have one that you like. Because like I said, I read so many and I just didn't find that many that I thought, oh, that's a good book. So let me know in the comments below if you know of one that we should read in our home. All right, see you next time. Like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll try to do a Christmas book review coming up.